I'm Jennifer Freegard, and I'm here today to tell you about Salt, a food truck franchise. I want to start my own restaurant, but I don't have enough money. This is a phrase that many of us hear from our friends, family, and coworkers. Starting a new restaurant from scratch requires a large capital investment, and it also requires that the business owner stay in the same geographical location for the duration of owning the business. According to Restaurants.com, starting a new restaurant from scratch can cost up to $500,000. In addition to the costs, starting a restaurant can be one of the riskiest and scariest things that someone does. In fact, 1 in 4 restaurants fail within the first year of operations. Salt, a food truck franchise, provides a solution to this problem. Salt provides a channel for individuals to own their own business at low startup costs. Salt will require that franchisees pay a one-time initial franchise fee of $35,000. Additionally, franchisees would have the opportunity to park their business virtually anywhere, given the mobility of a food truck. Opening a franchise provides franchisees the opportunity to have their own business but not be in the business by themselves. A franchise provides franchisees with independence while also providing a pre-tested and established product that already has brand recognition. As previously mentioned, franchisees would be required to pay a one-time initial franchise fee of $35,000. Additionally, franchisees would be required to pay $2,000 a month per truck leasing expense. The company would earn monthly revenues by charging franchisees a 3% advertising and 6% royalty fee based upon the franchisee's monthly gross income. Additionally, the company plans to have 2 corporate-owned food trucks that are expected to gross $600,000 in sales by the end of year 3. A food truck franchise provides benefits to both the franchisor and franchisees. It is thought that a food truck franchise costs 1/3 the amount of a traditional brick-and-mortar franchise. These savings will be passed down from the franchisor to the franchisees. Additionally, a food truck franchise provides the opportunity and flexibility to find engaged clientele and active sites. A food truck franchise means higher net revenues, lower upfront costs, and the ability to react quickly to demand given the mobility of the food trucks. The company plans to have 2 corporate-owned food trucks. In addition, the company expects that there will be 2 franchisee-owned food trucks within year 1. The company plans to disperse these trucks throughout the Seattle metropolitan area, kind of like a web, in order to identify the ideal marketplace. Once these ideal markets are identified, the company will look to replicate these markets throughout other metropolitan cities within the United States. The food trucks themselves are a mobile billboard. This will help build brand recognition. Additionally, the company will utilize mobile advertising through apps such as Urban Spoon and Yelp. The company will also launch a mobile coupon program where social media outlets such as Instagram and Facebook will post advertisements on their website asking a consumer to text a specific word like salt or pretzel to a given number. If a consumer texts this word to the number, they will be provided a promotional offer such as buy 1 meal, get 1 free. This advertising tactic is geared towards increasing consumer awareness. In the first year of operations, the company expects to recognize $180,000 sales from the corporate-owned food trucks. Additionally, revenue earned from franchisees is expected to be approximately $150,000. This revenue will be derived from advertising fees, royalty fees, truck leasing expense, and the initial franchise fee. These revenues are expected to more than double by the end of year 5. Currently, there are very few food truck franchises in the marketplace. Therefore, there are limited, if really any, direct competitors to Salt. Salt's main competition includes other popular franchises such as, but not limited to, Cold Stone Creamery, Dunkin' Donuts, Quiznos, and Subway. The management team will incorporate individuals with varying backgrounds in order to fulfill the diverse management roles. It is crucial to identify individuals who have a passion for serving the public fresh and local ingredients. The Chief Executive Officer will provide insight to all members of management and will report directly to the advisory committee. The committee will comprise of members from varying backgrounds, including some of the gurus in this industry. The Chief Operations Officer will provide for additional advising and will be an experienced startup guru. The Chief Financial Officer will perform financial analysis in order to identify further ways in which efficiencies can be gained. As illustrated on the next slide, the company expects to recognize positive cash flows by the end of year 1. Additionally, by the end of year 2, the company expects to see a net profit. The company has made it a goal to be within 10 metropolitan cities by the end of year 5. Additionally, the company would like to be recognized by Seattle Magazine as one of the best new restaurants by year 2. It is estimated that startup costs will approximate $850,000. $360,000 will be needed to acquire 6 food trucks at $60,000 each. Additionally, $490,000 will be needed to cover 2 years of operating expenses. These expenses include salaries and other personnel expense, rent expense, and other general administrative expenses. SALT will provide individuals an opportunity to experience the independence of owning their own business for a lower initial investment and less risk than opening a new restaurant from scratch, all while providing them the mobility of a food truck. As noted in the previous slide, it is expected that the company will need $850,000 to cover startup costs. The company plans to obtain a $450,000 loan from a financial institution. At startup, the business will have secured 6 food trucks, a lease on the company's headquarters, a total of 3 employees, all at an estimated value of $591,000. I am asking for a $400,000 investment in return for 20% ownership in my company. It is expected that the company will be self-supporting by the end of year 2. Thank you very much.